Welcome to 5 News Online. I'm Joe Ellison. Less than 24 hours ago, we learned of the first case of monkeypox in Arkansas. The Department of Health is withholding the name and location of where the case was confirmed, though. Symptoms include fever, headache, muscle pain, and a painful rash. You usually have symptoms 7 to 14 days after exposure. Arkansas State Health Director Dr. Jennifer Dillahay answered questions about the virus this morning. She says when someone has symptoms shared by monkeypox and other illnesses, testing can be stressful.
This rash sometimes is confused or hard to tell in the beginning from other illnesses that cause rashes, such as chickenpox.
Now, Dillahay says it's time for the rash to progress to where a doctor could recognize it as monkeypox. She says people with symptoms can work with their healthcare provider to get a diagnosis. Now, before we get to other news, let's check in with the weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Standridge. Matt, another hot one.
Oh, another hot one, another humid one too. Temperatures are continuing to go up in terms of that feel-like temperature. Today, we're expecting it to reach about 105, 106, 107 for a lot of us. But as we approach Thursday and Friday, the humidity is going to go up even more. Not necessarily the thermometer, but the humidity, and that makes even more of a difference. We may be talking about heat index values over 110, especially on Friday. That's when you start to get into this extreme danger territory. Probably going to get some excessive heat warnings. We'll have to see. But then I tell you what, some relief is on the way by Saturday. A quick front is going to be moving south, and it's got some north wind with it. It doesn't have a lot of cool air with it, but it does have some north wind possibilities and maybe even a shower or a thunderstorm. If you get one, you're going to get even cooler than these 90s. But if you're going to stay dry and get the north wind, expect mid-90s this weekend. The best chance for a shower or thunderstorm will probably be either Friday night and then into Saturday. One of those two. In the River Valley, 100s. We've had hundreds ever since the 4th of July. We're probably going to finish this work week with hundreds, and then this weekend back to some 90s as some cool air comes in. But Joe, we head right back towards that heat next week.
All right, stay cool out there. Well, the Arkansas State Legislature will return to the Capitol this summer for a special session. The governor announced he's calling lawmakers back to the Capitol to address a historic funding surplus. Now, this could mean tax cuts. The special session is happening the week of August 8th and comes after the state has reported a $1.6 billion surplus just in the last year. That's the largest in Arkansas history, and according to the governor, it shows the state is collecting too much tax revenue. So he's calling lawmakers back to consider new tax cuts. Of course, we'll keep you updated on what we learn. And groups in both Arkansas and Oklahoma are both hoping to see recreational marijuana on the November ballot. And Oklahomans are one step closer. Tuesday, Oklahomans for sensible marijuana laws dropped off over 100 boxes at the Secretary of State's office with more than 164,000 signatures. Now, this is a month before the August 1st deadline. Signatures will be verified and will make its way to the November ballots. And those hoping to see recreational marijuana on the ballot in Arkansas this November only have a few more days to collect those signatures. In total, the petitions in Arkansas must have just over 89,000 signatures by this Friday to qualify. Since Arkansas voters approved medical marijuana in 2016, there are now 38 dispensaries in Arkansas and 82,000 people with medical marijuana cards. Well, thank you for joining us here today at 5 News Online. I'm Joe Ellison. Catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more news and weather. Have a great day.